Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Here to wrap up all of today's action. It was a boring day today. I'll just be cut to the chase. You had most of the major market indices basically waffling between slightly in the green to slightly in the red. And as you can see, we have the Dow Jones finished the day at 20,905. Down 8 points, basically stayed in a very tight range all day, never really challenged the upside or the downside. We saw similar action in the S&P 500, down about $4.08 at 2373.50. Again, a pretty consolidated range. We're going to watch that 50-day moving average coming in at 2364. We saw the spiders, the ETF proxy, actually challenge that level and break it this afternoon, but could not, didn't really put the bulls on notice and still finished the day above that average. We did see that tech, though, continued to show some strength. We had semiconductors leading the way, SMH, the ETF that tracks semis. You also saw large cap tech also holding up the market. NASDAQ right now trading at 5413.30. Watch 53.55. That's going to be the level that you're going to want to watch very closely if there's any challenges. But right now, tech is leading the way. We did see some weakness, though, that's notable in the Russell 2000. The RUT trading at 1384.09, off $7.42 today. It has held off of its 20-day moving average at 1381. That's a level we're going to want to watch very closely. Any uncertainty here in this 1380 to 1370 range, and any break below 1370 means that we could be retesting those lows that were tested over the last week or so at that 1360 level. That's also an indication that there could be some uncertainty growing on domestic policies here. We have a lot going on as far as policies. We haven't heard a lot of discussion because of all of the talk about wiretaps and all this other stuff. Bottom line is that we have nothing on tax reform. We have nothing on our policy as far as trade is concerned. We have nothing on healthcare. All we have is wiretap discussions, FBI directors, and bottom line is that we are kind of in a stalemate right now. Volatility, though, did come off of its worst levels. It was trading as low today as 11 on the VIX, which is the cash settled index. It's still well below the $12 level, and it's well below its 20 and its 50-day moving average, which is 1162 on the 20 and 1185 on the 50-day moving average. Bottom line is that when you see it get above 12, 12 and a half, and start challenging 13, 13 and a half, then you're going to know that the bulls are on notice and there could be some uncertainty in the marketplace. Until then, it's going to be a grind. Speaking of grind, you saw the dollar. Dollar basically was grinding between 100 and 150. Finished the day up about a penny at $100.32. There was some initial weakness this morning, but the dollar bounced back. That did not hurt the commodity markets as much as you would think it would. Crude actually came off of its worst levels, finishing off of its lows at 48.22. But still not able to get any type of gusto over 49 bucks. Continued discussion that OPEC is going to extend their production cuts after June, but who knows? Bottom line is rig counts here in the States keep going up. They're pumping. Taking a look at the Treasury markets, the 2-year up. Prices were up. Yields continue to drop. You had it also in the 10-year. Prices up. Actually finished on the best of the levels of the day on the 10-year at 98.03. And then finally taking a look at the 30-year. The 30-year finished also right out at its best levels. You're seeing bond prices go up. It sliced through its 50, its 20-day moving average today. It's now looking to challenge its 200-day moving average. We haven't seen that kind of challenge since the beginning of March. So it's been almost 20 days since we've seen this kind of price action. That means that bond prices are going up, yields are going down. That also means that there's a little bit of either a short covering and also maybe some uncertainty, as well as the fact that there's going to be some pressure potentially short-term on financials. You saw names like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, the traditional names under pressure. Watch the banks. They could be under pressure if this continuation, the price rise in the bonds is upticking. And then finally, just taking a look at the euro US dollar, you continue to see the euro is still holding up strength. We're going to see if that continues. Brexit, the Article 50, they did confirm that they are going to be triggering that right around I believe they said the 28th. So we're going to watch that very closely. That's going to impact the euro. It's also going to impact the British pound. So we'll watch that very closely and watch the currency worlds. All right, folks, speaking of Europe, join us tomorrow morning and Asia, where we're going to be talking at 8:30 Eastern Time and 8:45 Eastern Time about Asia and all-day overnight action, as well as Europe here at MarketStream.live. So join us then.